Hello, my name is Hobey, and today I'm going to be talking to you why every human civilization has developed a religion. How many people here would consider themselves religious? Have you ever thought why? Why you believe what you believe, or where your religion ever came from? In modern day, there have been around 4,200 different religions, and every human civilization since the dawn of man has either created or had its own religion. Religion has been around for over 100,000 years, starting out with this one main belief system called animism. Animism is the belief that all living objects and inanimate ones have a soul. From animism came many different types of belief systems. Most prominently was polytheism, this belief in multiple greater beings or multiple gods, which was very popular in the ancient time period. And from polytheism came this very popular belief called monotheism, which is the belief in one greater being, one God, which is very popular in the medieval and modern time period. And all of these different religions have been very closely intertwined with human civilization. Even when civilization was free and first created. The year 9600 BCE, the world's first temple, Göbekli Tepe, is completed. It is a ring of T-shaped pillars at most 16 feet in height, with two taller pillars in the middle. Each pillar, as of today, we do not know the exact details of the religion practice at Göbekli Tepe. What we do know is the people who built it consider this place very sacred. Sacred enough to stay there long enough to complete its construction, which would have taken months and months. And the people who built it were hunters and gatherers who would rarely stay in the same spot for a few weeks. And sacred enough to want to keep coming back to this place. One of the earliest towns in this area and around the world at that time came up soon after Göbekli Tepe's completion and within walking distance of it to enable the town's inhabitants to more quickly visit their sacred site. But the real question is why? Why are people so drawn to create all these different religions, and why have people been so attracted to them all throughout history? Through my research, I found 6 main answers to this question. The first is this need to explain death. The second is the need to explain why we are here. The third is to explain natural phenomena. The fourth is for a sense of honor. The fifth is for this community that religion can provide. And the sixth is to reach self-fulfillment. First and foremost is this need to explain death. When early proto-humans were first evolving, they were going through many revelations. Most prominently was this revelation of the self-awareness. And through this, they realized that their life wasn't forever, that they would die sometime in the future, and they felt this need to answer this question: what really happens after I die? Am I truly gone, or some part of me go off to some greater place? And even to this day, science can't answer this question, so humans all throughout history have had to look to religion to find the answer. And religion has multitudes of different afterlives and underworlds. Take the Egyptian religion, that's now considered a mythology, for example. They had many details about how you die to prepare your body to be mummified, and they had instructions painted into all the walls of their tomb to tell their spirit what to look out for in the underworld and how to successfully get past these. In fact, an Egyptian pharaoh had the pyramid at Giza, the biggest structure on earth, for 3,800 years, built just to preserve his own body. Another leader who went to very monumental feats to prepare themselves for the afterlife is China's first emperor, who had the whole terracotta army built with 8,000 different soldiers built because his belief was that they would come alive in the afterlife and he could be as strong in the spiritual world as he was in the physical one. Additionally, Hinduism, one of the oldest religions still practiced today, has many details about reincarnation and how if you live your life well, you can be able to escape this cycle of everlasting life. The second reason why religion was created is to explain why we are here, to explain why there's life on earth and what humans' purpose is. Almost every religion has its own creation story. Be the story about how the world was created in 7 days from Christianity, or, as is very popular in old Chinese and many Native American religions, this story of a world turtle, where either the turtle's shell is the earth, or animals carry the earth on the turtle's back, and it is surrounded by the sea, which is both the atmosphere and space. The third reason is to explain natural phenomena. Imagine you were walking down the street and you saw this vision that looks like there's 3 suns in the sky, surrounded by a glowing halo. Even today, we might call this a miracle, and people 1,000 years ago, this was completely beyond their scientific knowledge at the time. and confronted with natural phenomena such as this, or natural disasters that would rip through towns and bury them in ash, they had no answer to this question, and they had to look to religion to explain to them what was actually happening. And there were many religions created to explain these natural phenomena, such as the Greek religion, which is now considered a mythology, with all their different gods explaining for the multitudes of purposes for thunder or the sea. In addition, Shintoism has this belief where all these natural wonders have a spirit called a kami that inhabits them, and the greater the spirit, the greater the wonder. The fourth reason why religion was created, on more of a psychological level, is this sense of honor found in most people. Studies have shown that if your parents follow a specific religion, you're twice as likely as others follow that religion for multiple reasons. The most important was because it's when you're a child, it's what you were taught and raised as, and it's hard to change those beliefs when you grow up. But it's also for a sense of honoring one's parents and following after them. There's a multitude of belief systems based around this idea of ancestral worship and honoring one's family. The fifth reason why religion was created is for the need that all humans have to find community. When humans are first evolving, we started out in small tribes that over time grew into towns, and now many people live in these big cities. And this is because people like seeing other people. They like knowing where they fit in their community, and that there's other people out there who enjoy doing the same things that they do. This is why kids, when they're little, like going to playgrounds over staying at home and playing, because they get to see all the different kids in their community. And with religion, it can provide this amazing sense of community, because whenever you go to a service, or if you're going on a pilgrimage, or doing a daily prayer, people possibly all around the world are doing that exact same thing as you are at that exact same moment, and that can really unite people in an amazing way. The last reason is to reach self-fulfillment, to be the best one could possibly be. Psychiatrist Maslow had this idea of a pyramid of human needs. On the bottom is the physical needs, the basic needs, such as finding food or shelter. And after you have those, you can move on to more emotional needs, such as finding your self-esteem, or finding your place in your community, as I said earlier. And once you have all those, you can move on to this, the top of the pyramid, the last need, which is to reach self-fulfillment. And while this can be achieved on a physical level on earth, with religion you can go beyond this and achieve this on a spiritual level as well. Take Buddhism, for example. Most of their religion is based on this belief of finding this middle path and reaching enlightenment on earth. And there's many different religions based on this belief of finding the best one could possibly be on this whole other spiritual level. So, in conclusion, we have the answer to our question. We know a brief history of the evolution of religion, how it started out from this core belief system, animism, where all things have a soul, that evolved to polytheism with its multitude of gods, and then to monotheism with its singular being, its singular God. We can see the connection between religion and civilization, taking Göbekli Tepe, for example, how it started out, and how even when civilization was first being started out. We can see why people were so drawn to create all these different religions to answer unanswerable questions, such as what happens when I die, why are we here, and explaining natural phenomena. Lastly, we know why people were so drawn to all these different religions throughout history, for the sense of honor and loyalty found in most people, for the sense of community that religion can provide in such an amazing way, and to reach self-fulfillment on this spiritual level. So now all those people who at the beginning of the talk said they were religious, you can now stop and ask yourself, why?